Hello class. Let's talk about the Module 2 required coding activity. If you've been struggling with that, here's an opportunity for you guys to get this done so we can move on to Module 3 next week. So I'm going to run down through this with you. So let's take a look at what we have here is programming fish store, creating test fish store. So we're going to create a function, fish store, that takes two string arguments, fish and price. Now remember, when we create that, when we create a function, we're going to start out with a def statement, correct? And then we're going to, it asks us create fish store. Makes it easy enough. We need two parameters in here. We need fish and price. Always at the end, you go with a colon. Enter. Automatically indents that in 4 spaces for you. And then it's saying gather or fish store returns a string in sentence form. And what it's asking, it wants you to return this. So have it return in string form fish type and price. So we have fish and price, and we're going to return that down here, and we're going to use some formatting to do that as well. Then we want to gather input for the fish, gather input for fish entry. So fish entry is going to be an argument that we're going to run through fish, and price entry is going to be an argument we're going to run through price. And that's right here, right? We have fish and price. So you can literally just copy these. So fish entry. I'm going to copy that down here. We haven't done our return, but I'm going to go ahead and, since I started that, I'm going to put that here. I'll just do my return here though, so return. And I'm going to do this a little bit different. So they want to print the return value of fish store. I'm going to print it in my return. So I'm going to print, and then I'm going to say I want it fish type, just like they show it there. And I'm going to use commas for my formatting, and I'm going to say fish, and then I'm going to use another comma, and I'm going to use quotes cost, and then I'll put a $sign at the end of that, and then out here another comma, and we'll put price. So here we have, we're returning, we have our fish and our price in our return statement, so that's what we want to come out. And then for our input here, we're going to go back, input, fish entry equals input, what type of fish. So we'll just say that, okay? And then we're going to go down here. Oops, fish entry needs to be back clear to the end here. We are going to copy the price entry, just like they have it up here. Price entry, this is going to be other variable, and we're going to set that as input again, and we're going to say what is the cost. And then from the cost side of that, we have cost. Okay. Enter. Now I want to call my function, which I'm going to call with fish store, and I want to call and run fish entry and price entry. So now I'm running these two, so fish entry is going to run through fish, price entry is going to run through price at the top. So if I run this, what type of fish? If I put guppy and I put $1, we get an error. Name fish to store. Oh, spelled it incorrectly. Down here, fish store. I didn't put my S in there. Guppy and $1. So we get fish type, guppy, cost $1. I could get my space out of the dollar if I had that in a little differently, but we do have the $1, and we have guppy. Guppy, if we want to do something like, let's say we want to capitalize guppy, want to capitalize our fish type, so I could do fish.capitalize here. And with capitalize those, you have to have quotes behind that. And now if I run that again, let's fix my cost here. Cost, we have $. We could do the plus price on that, and then I'll take the formatting out for us on the extra space. Hit enter. What type of fish? Now we're going to go guppy again, and we're going to go $1. And now we have guppy capitalized automatically, and fix that by adding the add here. So guys, this is it for Module 2. This is all that was. We learned how to create the function fish store using 2 arguments or parameters, and then calling it right here and running it. Running our inputs from our user in here and returning. So our return statement is what we're actually going to get once we run this. It'll give us this return. If you guys have questions, please let me know. But let's get this Module 2 one completed so that we can move on to Module 3.